Hi, this is Sharon from craftyandcreativeideas.blogspot.com. I'm here today to bring you another one of my Wow That's Cool videos. This video is going to show you how to make these two money holder cards that I made. These are the card swaps that I made for the 2014 convention this year, and they are made to hold $1. I made these cards with the new Flower Patch stamp set. What a fun stamp set. I've been having a great time with this one because you can double and triple stamp and make some really neat things with it. The cards are going to be using a band, so I'll show you how to make the band. See the dimensions on the band here that you can do with the Flower Patch stamp set. I've used a layer in the back and then a middle layer and an upper layer for the flower, and I've put it on the band to hold the card back. So I'm going to show you how to make these. They're both identical, it's just I use different paper. Both of these papers are from the Abloom Designer Series pack, and I just took two different patterns there, but they're really nice patterns, and here to go, and they go really nice with the stamp set. So we'll get started, shall we? Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take Mossy Meadow paper, and you're going to be cutting that paper at 6.5 by 7 3/4. Now, if you want to save on paper, I'm just going to do a scrap sheet here. This is your 11-inch side, and this is your 8.5. You want to cut the 7 3/4 off of the 11 side, the 11-inch. So you want to do 7 3/4 over, and then once it's cut, then you'll do your 6.5, which is, it's going to end up looking like this. And then from that point, you're going to score. You're going to leave the 7 3/4 side on the top of your scoreboard, and you are going to score at 1 3/4 and at 5 inches. On your Abloom paper, you're going to take a strip that's 1.5 by 6.5. Then you'll need a piece of strawberry slush that is at from 1 by 6.5 inches. You will need two different pieces of Whisper White, 1 inch by 7 inches for the band, and you're going to score this band with the long side at the top, scoring at 1 3/4 and again at 5 inches. And then the second piece is Whisper White is going to be at 1 inch by 4 1/4 inches. You will also need scrap white pieces to be able to punch out your flowers, which I did, not punch, but with your framelits I stamped and cut them out with the framelit dies ahead of time here so we could save time on the video. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to take your Mossy Meadow color and your Abloom paper, and we are going to adhere that to the center of the small strip on the bottom of the card. Okay, then we're going to take our ruler and we're going to measure in on the side that you just put the flower paper. We're going to measure in 3 1/4 inches and make just a teeny little mark on your paper. Just something that you can see when we go to line up this punch. After you have marked your 3 1/4 inch mark, then you're going to take your 1 inch circle punch and you're going to put that halfway in to your punch and centered. So you want it in the center of the punch and the centered. So you're going to center that wherever your mark was, and you're going to go about halfway down into the punch and then punch. And then what I did was I put sticky strip on each side, but you only have about 1/8 of an inch to deal with. So I let it hang off the edge and then I just trimmed that off so that I could just have a teeny little strip. And then I just take this sticky strip off each side. So it's going to be a very, very narrow piece. And then that will fold up. And that will be where your dollar bill will slide into, is into this little pocket. And then this little finger hole lets somebody get their hand in there to be able to get this out. Okay, now we're going to take our strawberry slush piece, and once again we're going to mark 3 1/4 onto the piece of paper, and then we're going to take our scallop punch and we're going to line that mark. I have a little mark on my center of my punch. We're going to line that mark up with the mark that you just made on your paper, and you're going to punch. And then for this particular thing, I like to actually turn this over and line this up with the marks on here. Why did we do my center mark? Is because now each corner, each end is exactly the same. If you would have started on the end, you might have had a scallop and then you're going to have uneven ends. So now this way they're both identical. We are also going to mark 3 1/2 inch mark, which I've already done ahead, on the green part of the card. And on the top part now, we're going to do the same exact thing with our scallop punch. Okay, and then once again we have these totally even and they are going to match the strawberry slush. You're going to take Snail Adhesive on the back, and then you're going to line this up so these are evenly. If you don't do your scallops this way, then you might not be able to line them up perfectly, because the shape of either the green or the pink is where your scallop hits is going to be different. But if you do it from dead center on and work out, then it'll be perfect. Now I took from the top of my card, I took a ruler and I measured down 1 inch and put just a little teeny mark there. Then on my 4 1/4 inch part, my of Whisper White, I used my Flower Patch stamp set, and I used the Happy Blooming Birthday from this set, and from this particular set, and I stamped Happy Bloomin' Birthday. I put Snail Adhesive on this small little 4 1/4 part. I lined it up with the 1 inch mark that I meant and the end, and I put that onto the card. Now on a separate piece of scrap, I had stamped the large flower from the set, and on that one I had used Blushing Bride type of pink. The second pink that I did was the Strawberry Slush. Then I used Daffodil Delight for the center flower. For the another small flower, I had used one of the layers of the flower, and I used this smaller one, and I used that with Strawberry Slush. And then there's a very tiny, tiny one in the pack, and that I used once again with Daffodil Delight. And incidentally, I did forget to mention, because I wanted this to pop a little more, the Daffodil Delight just wasn't dark enough. So on the text, on the sediment, I used Hello Honey. When I put together the flowers, I popped everything with dimensionals. Okay, so I put some dimensionals on the backs of all this so that I could speed up the process here. We're going to put the little teeny one and pop it onto this one. Then we're going to take the middle size one. Just have to kind of play around with these a little bit. And then on the center one, we'll pop that onto there. And then we have the little one. I put a small amount of sticky strip on the wider edge of the score mark on the band. Just make sure this fits on the card first though. So you're just going to kind of do like so. Meet evenly on the bottom. Then what I did was I took my dimensional and I put them right on the band itself. Now they're on the band, I can just go ahead and lay the flower right on the band. And then the other flower, I'm just going to put it like so. And there you go. So now this will slide off and you've got your little money card in there. And you could put another sediment. If you wanted to write something, you could always put something on the top. Or you could even put it in back of the money so when they pull it out it says something about birthday or whatever. But you do have it on the front, so I honestly don't know if it's even necessary. And then this, I just slid this right up to the other white band. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it has helped you and you have time to leave a comment, that would be great. Or if you could leave a thumbs up, I would really, really appreciate it. And until next time, God bless.